Hello everybody! Welcome back to the broadcast from Quality Nauvis. Vanilla Factorio 2.0, but with a few little extra goodies thrown in. I hope you're all doing alright. Last time we got 1,000 science per minute of the basic sciences. We need to get space science up and running for that. And then we can leave the base running for a bit, farming, mining productivity. Apropos, building a much bigger base. If you want to do the old like, comment, subscribe for me, and we'll jump straight into it. Right, the last thing we did last time was just drag an upgrade planner over the whole base for green belts, turbo belts only henceforth. So that's still plowing along, and I'm still in two minds about whether I need to put an expensive efficiency module Mark III legendary in each one of the miners. I'm really not sure what that's going to achieve, but we'll leave it for now while it's plodding along. Right, so we did just a basic bus for iron, copper and steel, and we're feeding that into all of the basic sciences. We just need to get a rocket launch plan sorted, and that will give us our target of 1,320 per minute with the 50% productivity that we're getting from the labs as well. Takes us to about a nice 2,000 science per minute, which is a good place to start, because basically what we want, as we've said many times before, oh god, it's fine. As we've said before, because we're on default settings, completely default settings, the ore patches are not brilliant. So if we can get our bonuses up, we're on 100% already. We've done 10 levels already with just what we've got. But you know, another 10 levels, not too outrageous at 2,000 science per minute. Another 20 levels would be really good, and then suddenly these numbers start looking a bit better, right? This suddenly turns into 20 million. This turns into 24 million. This one is huge. This one turns into 64 million. So that would be good. That would be good. Right. So let's get to work. A quick word on military science. I'm not going to put military science here. 1,000 per minute, 2,000 per minute. It's completely unnecessary. What I've done is I've made one factory module here that makes 500 a minute quite easily with what we've got here in the quote-unquote starter base, and we'll just store that in chests up to a certain value. So I just put the number that I want in here. This will continue to add military science packs to the storage until that number hits what we said, 32,000 in this case, and then we can just add some levels of artillery shell range or something in between doing mining productivity. So you obviously don't need your military science to keep up with the rest of it, because the only infinite ones that you really want to do, artillery shell range, maybe you could argue we could do a couple of extra levels of laser weapon damage, I suppose, but our evolution's already at 98%. Biters aren't getting any stronger than this. Shooting speed, I'm not bothered with this, like, who cares? Follow a robot count, who cares? Maybe stronger explosives, maybe. Explosive rockets are in our Spidertrons, so that might be valuable. But yeah, as I say, like, we can just have this running continuously and stockpile the military science, and then just load it into the system as and when we want to do a level of it. So that's good. All right. All right, space science, rockets. We need rocket fuel, low density structures, more processing units. We got little modules for that already. We know we can make processing units here with just plastic, copper and iron in, so that's fine. Low density structures, also very easy. Rocket fuel, less easy. But our coal liquefaction plant over here is doing pretty well. It's doing pretty well for us. So we can use all of that, right? We can use all of that, hopefully. Should be fine. All right. So here's the starter. Here's the starter idea. It's the same same processing module thing. Same oh my god, low density structure thing here. Now, I was debating whether to like make satellites over here and just bring them in with logistics robots. I think you probably could do that. It wouldn't really be that, you know, just having one logistics robot go backwards and forwards every now and then. It's not that much of an overhead. It's basically zero overhead, in fact. But I kind of, you know, these need processing units, low density structures, rocket fuel anyway. Radars are basically nothing. It's the accumulators and the solar panels which are a bit awkward. As you can see, they're a little bit awkward. But this was my starter idea. The light oil is just coming from this. We're just siphoning it off from this system. We're making way too much plastic here. Solid fuel from light oil, and then rocket fuel from that solid fuel in this sort of little loop thing here. So we are just waiting, unfortunately, for accumulators, but we can speed this up by asking, oh my god, the robots to queue, click, there we go. Just bring some accumulators in from our stockpile over here, and we'll get some rockets launched. There's a radar here for connecting to the cargo landing pad. That's the word I wanted. You can send signals over a surface with the radars now, so we can do things like hook a, don't do that please, but you know, hook a long-handed inserter here and give it a condition to only work when there's less than an amount of space science in the cargo landing pad. You can also use I think the cargo landing pad's numbers are in the logistics network, but I never like setting global logistics network demands outside of them all, because, you know, like, just because it can go wrong, right? If you destroy your cargo landing pads, you move it with the robots, and the robots put a whole bunch of space science in your storage facility just completely by accident, you forget to move it or whatever, then suddenly there's like 3,000 space science being counted all the time, which, you know. So we definitely need to sort this out. We need to tweak this slightly, because it's not going to launch rockets anywhere near fast enough, unfortunately, which is annoying. But at least we know it works. At least we know it kind of works. So we can, for now, just do this, and we'll keep an eye on the chart. We'll see what we need to tweak, and we'll say, oh, I've walked too far. We'll say only launch rockets when there is less than 10,000 in the system, which is only roughly 5 minutes worth of space science. So it sounds like a lot, but you know. And then if this works too fast, rocket silos are obviously a real pain to sort of balance, because you have to factor in the rocket launch time, and if the rocket launch time, you know, like if this second bar doesn't fill up quite as fast as you'd like or want, then the doors close, and then it just changes everything. It changes. It's a real pain. So best thing to do is to just overproduce, and then just have a backlog, and then it will balance itself out naturally up here. So already we've already ploughed through that first lot. So clearly solar panels and accumulators are an issue, but we can tweak all of this. We can tweak some numbers. All of the green belts got done, as you can see. Taking the spicy uranium out of the system here, just so that there's more room for 238. And we can make, you know, I'm not doing any Covarex at the moment. There's no need, as we've said before. We're mining the uranium-235 to get, because it goes into some of the extra goodies we've added for this playthrough, mostly just green belts. In fact, only green belts. We'll get more than enough 235 from that. Alright, let's leave it running, see what we need to tweak. So, you fix the accumulators and the solar panels, and then it turns out that if everything's running at full speed, you don't have enough low density structures, so you add a few more low density structures. That catches up, then it turns out you don't have enough rocket fuel, so you add another module of the rocket fuel. That means that you don't have enough light oil, so you add another section of light oil, petroleum, plastic processing, because then also you need to add more plastic for low density structures. But then it's fine. It is fine. There's a satellite in here waiting to go. There's rockets ready to go. We're just not launching because, oh, this is only set to 1,000 at the moment, but we can change this to 10,000 and start making the backlog of rockets. Oh, and more processing units as well. It's a spaghetti mess, folks. It is an absolute spaghetti mess, but I really like it. I really, really like it. I've built so many structured, rigid, grid-based train bases. You know, going to... And it's the stacked belts that really facilitate this, right? Having this be the equivalent of 4 green belts. So this is 8 green belts of copper. 8 times 60, 480 copper a second. Having that able to come through this small amount of space here is just... It facilitates so much absolute nonsense in terms of builds. Because you can see that even this is churning through basically 4 green belts of copper. Low density structures are so copper hungry. You can see that it's not quite... Its long-handed inserters aren't quite filling it up with copper and plastic as quickly as we'd like. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Copper is suffering slightly, but we can add some more outposts. It's not really a problem. It seems to be fine. It seems to be okay, except maybe copper. Except maybe copper is a bit poor, but that's easily fixed. That's very easily fixed. Is it a smelting issue, or is it just too much copper going to other places? It's fine. I'm not worried. Godspeed, rocket number 101. Oh, we missed rocket number 100 from this silo. It's so fast now, is the thing. It's quite important. I say it's quite important. It is important to get your second rocket ready before the first one goes, so you don't have to go through the door closing animation, but this should steadily grow. This is running at full capacity at the moment. If anything, it's the accumulators that are still a problem. Can't really do much about it at the moment. We can't add productivity modules to this. Everything's very full. And again, this is the kind of stuff that is facilitated by being able to just plop down a legendary beacon that can distribution efficiency 2.5 of 2 of these. So like this is 250% and then 2.5 distribution efficiency. So what's that? 700 odd. No, 625% extra speed just from one of these. Kinda silly. Kinda silly. Cool. Alright. So yes, we'll leave this chart running for as long as we can. Should be on about 2,000. Well, it will be on 2,000, what we're talking about. because it's the 1300 a minute we're making plus 50% productivity bonus. So we want to see this 2000 science per minute line steady for as long as we can get away with. Hopefully forever. And if anything doesn't work, we know what to fix. Easy. Hooray! So we're just about hitting the 10,000 science in the backlog. I did add another speed beacon here to get this to speed up. His batteries are now the problem, but it's fine. Copper was a problem. Copper was definitely a problem. I've added just an injection here of some copper. This is enough to just sort of fix it. Copper coming into the base was fine. It's just even this is, you know, but just one stacked green belt here from this. We'll fix it. We'll sort it out, and then should be fine. So yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, it was already on. An hour. Yeah. So it's been working flawlessly for an hour, and then as soon as we hit this 10,000 science in the backlog, things should then even out, because we won't actually be producing rockets as quickly as physically possible, because for that hour that's production. Well, I mean, production is going to be roughly that anyway. Well, no, I suppose that's not true. Once we hit the backlog. So yeah, I think here it was, yeah, it's fast here, and then you can see it. Oh, this is the average, right? Yeah, okay. So you can see here we're launching rockets very frequently, very frequently, and then once this actually gets to 10,000, and we only need to launch once it hits below 10,000, then it will even out. And then that will cause the demand on the copper and everything else to just go down. We should start seeing a backlog of accumulators on the belts, and then everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. He says confidently. Yeah, I took the efficiency modules out of the miners. What a waste of resources. What a waste of time and resources. Mining productivity 21. So in all of that time, we actually gained another 10 levels of this. This is exceedingly cheap, to be fair. 2,000 science per minute, especially when you're just leaving it running, which I have been doing. I have just been leaving it running, seeing what's not working, because this is the state of this is the position of the game we're in. We just want more levels of mining productivity. There's not really much more we can do than that for now. Oh, it's glorious. It's a glorious mess. I love it so much. Yeah, plastic. It's all good. It's all good. So this is relatively small footprint, really, for 2,000 science per minute. The big footprint is obviously the train network. But this bodes well for going even further beyond 10,000. Dare somebody say 10,000? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, cool. So, other things to do today. More modules. More modules. More and faster modules, please. Like, this is fine, but it's kind of pathetic, right, at the same time. Just for argument's sake, in this build, 1,000 productivity modules, 400 speed modules. Man, that blueprint looks so cool. So just in this, 1,000. So for every 1,000 science we want to make, we're going to need approximately 500 productivity module 3s. Approximately. Cool. Alright. So we can just let this run in and we'll do some housekeeping, shall we? Do a housekeeping phase. My favourite phase. We'll expand the south wall. It's a good place to start, I suppose. I mean, not over the water. Over the water is a bit of a waste. Here they come. Yes, fly, my pretties, fly. We definitely want these patches in the grid. So there we go. And then we're doing the old artillery on the water thing, just so that the biters can't really pathfind back to us. Oh, it's big. It's very big. It's very big. It's very big. Yeah, I added some more trains to the system. I don't think I added more actual ore patches. But each of these now has a 2-train limit, just one here waiting and another one heading off. Where do they unload? Here. So that's all good. This is still all good. The rockets have now slowed down because we've hit the 10,000 limit, so this one. But there goes one. Oh, still only an hour ago. Fair enough. Did I just load the exact same save file? No, I didn't. So I have doubled up this now that we are mining a lot more, and I've taken, and I've put speed modules in this. This is now mining 11 green belts of iron ore. So we can definitely double up this upcycling process. We're keeping everything epic and above. The epics go into an epic green circuit thing that make legendary ones. The legendary ones just go on to make regular legendary ones without the quality modules in. And then we'll do the same thing on the copper. This is just permeating its way through now. Oh, so you can pathfind to this one. Presumably, maybe you can go over this bit of land. Maybe that's... No, they can't jump that, can they? It's fine. I thought maybe this one would get away with it, but it doesn't seem to be. Oh, there is a normal one in there. Oh, no, that's a big. Is it a big? Yeah. No, medium, sorry. I don't think there are any small ones anymore. It's quite a big group. Two robots. Oh, there come the stragglers. Oh dear. What are you missing? Quality modules, that's right. Yeah, so this has obviously been quite expensive on modules as well. Whole bunch of extra quality modules, productivity modules here. But it's fine. Got to spend money to make money, right? And here we go. So the copper is now basically backing up. So this will speed things along somewhat, just because it's hard to make. Plastic is a bit of an issue. We can do this. We can add some more here for the plastic. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we'll need to do the same with the coal. We're upgrading the quality ones here, which will help a little bit, but we can process a lot more coal than this for sure, and we can take the quality out of this as well. Screw this. Let's do that now. Module remover, upgrade planner. There we go. Goodbye. This will speed things up considerably, and then we can just do the upcycling thing on the coal as well to get more plastic, because plastic is currently the bottleneck here. And then that means we should be able to maybe even also, in theory, add some extra speed modules to these, especially these two. These, they're just run off, right? We do need some quality modules, especially for this process. But once we've got a small backlog of quality modules, these two will basically be turned off. Still not entirely sure why I did this, but maybe there'll be some use for them. Maybe there'll be some use for them. And then we can just focus on making a lot of this. There's loads more of these all of a sudden just because I turned these into buffer chests and asked them to bring everything here. We'll just make this the... Whoa, 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 whoa. Flamethrower is pretty good, eh? Pretty good. Don't ask me how you're supposed to research the flamethrowers doing more damage. I'm not quite sure how that makes any sense whatsoever. It's either on... The fuel's either on fire or it's not, right? Like, I don't understand. It's not like it increases the range or anything like that. It just... Somehow the fire magically does more damage. In this, the game where I can fit 5 nuclear reactors in my back pockets. Unrealistic garbage. Okay, cool. Yeah, alright, so we'll get all this sorted. I mean, it is basically sorted. We get way more iron than copper. There's not really much we can do about it. Like... This is just the speed that we're going to make the stuff. You know, this is 8 belts of copper being upcycled here. I mean, I suppose there's a bit... Oh, no, this is just because these are full. It's because these are full anyway. And then, yeah, we got... Oh, this is... Oh, no, this is working. Yeah. So we'll just stack these up. So this just puts them into stacks. So this is actually 4 stacked belts. 4 belts. 4 green belts of copper here. So there's loads of copper. And that's more just to make it take up less space on the in this bit, you know, just so that more can travel. I suppose we could make more of these circuits, right? We got loads of purple and loads of purple iron, loads of purple copper, loads of purple iron, but green circuits is not currently the problem. So we'll just keep an eye on this in the same way, see what needs buffing. It's obviously it's plastic. Obviously this needs fixing, but it's all good. It's all good. What the heck? Man. I mean, we're still not losing much, but they're never ever breaking through. They're never ever breaking through. Cool. Oh, I'm really happy with my base. I'm really happy with this. Just watching it. Just watching time go by. Alright, let's move on, shall we? That should probably be enough coal upcycling, I would think. So much, in fact, that I can even do this. Not that we really need it, because we're full of legendary plastic, but whatever. Maybe we could put these on stack belts as well. Maybe I should do that. Alright, cool. So that's all, you know, everything's full now, everything's working. Upgraded these to just be the storage now. Just turn these back into yellow chests so that this is where they live, rather than buffer chests requesting them. So every time we do a job that needs productivity modules, the bots can come over here to pick it up. And we can maybe think about speeding these up a bit, because clearly we're using enough. So let's, I don't know, go an extra speed module in everything. Haven't run the numbers on that. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, good enough. 400 an hour, we'll say. Well, no, this is a quarter of a machine too slow, so this will be a quarter. 300 an hour. 300 an hour is pretty good. Yeah, nice. I think I expanded to the right-hand side, the east-hand side as well. I haven't expanded on the west-hand side, but I will, I suppose. There's not really much on this side that I want. I suppose these are okay. I suppose these are alright. Mining productivity 31. Yeah, I left it AFK quite a lot. 300%. I had to make sure it was all working, right? And we're in that grinding out phase now. Oh, it's all working so well. It's all working so well. Okay, right. So that'll do. That'll do for today. I know it's been 2 weeks since an episode. I can only apologise. I just did not have the energy to record one last week, and then I thought about maybe recording it and sending it out anyway, and then I thought at this point I may as well just wait. But I have all of the progress for the next episode done as well. So I'm in a good position. Things on the to-do list then. All of this stuff is completely redundant now. It feels like this was like the injection of more iron and copper and processing units and red circuits and green circuits for the starter base, but the starter base isn't making any science now, so it is mostly this is a glorified mall. So I'd like to tidy this up by doing things like, you know, just cutting this off here and then just waiting for this to empty out, which might take a little while. And then we could maybe even incorporate this patch in particular is pretty juicy. Could incorporate this patch into the train system in some way. These are a bit poor, but you know, we can tidy this up basically. This will also give us like another 10,000 green belts back into the system, which is pretty funny. And then we'll start looking at what it's going to take for us to hit the next big space science number, or just science number there. There we go, mining productivity 31's finished. What exactly is that going to involve? How ridiculous or easy will it be? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. But we're in a really, really good spot now. We're in a really good spot. We've got modules. We've got 2,000 science per minute. Well, 1,986, but, you know, that's just a rounding error, isn't it, really? No problems at all. Textbook stuff here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please let me know with a like or a comment. And if you want to see more Factorio Space Age, or Factorio 2.0, I guess, be sure to subscribe. Just biding our time now, really, until 2.1 comes out, and we'll see what those changes are, and we'll do a 2.1 playthrough. Oh yeah, baby. God, Factorio is so good. What's wrong with me? Surely neurotypical people don't enjoy Factorio this much, do they? Do they? Who knows? Anyway. It's enough waxing lyrical about absolutely nothing. See you next time. Take it easy. Bye-bye.